97.9 GRD.
Grand Rapids Rock Alternative 97.9 GRD. Hey, it's Metalhead Ned hanging out on tour once again. I don't even know where to begin with this one. I have been listening to this band well over 18 years, and as far as I'm concerned, it's the first metal band I ever listened to. My brother bought their first CD back, well, not their first, their second album, back in 1998. Good God. Make you feel old yet?
Good God? The song? Good
I know.
Because we have a song called Good God.
Well, that's true, yeah, good point. Well, but I am sitting here tonight, Night of the Living Dreads tour with Rob Zombie and, of course, the legendary Korn. And I've got legendary guitarist, I'm going to call you legendary today.
Well, okay.
James Shaffer, also known as Munky. What's up, dude?
Nice to see you, man.
Nice to meet you, man. How are things going?
We're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been all through the Midwest. We went as far as Washington and, Wyoming. We did a lot of shows already. So we're well into this thing, and the bands are getting along. Everybody's having fun.
Yeah.
We've gotten on stage with Rob Zombie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've gotten to do the classic Diamond Head song, Am I Evil?
Oh, nice.
I think we might do it tonight.
Oh, good. I'm looking at, once I heard, I was kind of mentioning hearing your manager say, yeah, they collaborated last night. I'm like, is that going to happen tonight too?
Yeah.
It should.
It should happen. So it's been a lot of fun. A lot of,
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of tours believe it or not, can be kind of grueling. But this one is right around 3.5, 4 weeks. So
yeah.
If it gets to be 6 weeks and we're somewhere far away from home, like
you're pretty
in another
at that point.
continent, it can be difficult.
I completely agree with
we
that.
get on each other's nerves. You want to kill each other, basically.
A little strangle party at the end, you never know.
Or the beginning, just get out of the way.
Yeah, good point. Well, you guys are obviously on tour with Rob Zombie for the Night of Living Dreads tour. Now, I can pretty much already assume how the name came up, but who came up with the name?
Actually, it was one of the guys from our record label.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were hunting for names and stuff, and he just wrote an email. I said, I got it, and
Yeah, why not?
But we all had a laugh about it, and I was like, okay, it's pretty funny.
Why not? We'll go with that. Yeah. Sweet. Well, you guys, I will admit, the first time I ever saw you was at Rock on the Range, maybe in 2007, 2008 or so. And, you guys were the first band to kind of be like, shit, I've been listening to this band for 18 years. Would you ever imagine ever doing this 20 years now?
No.
No?
I didn't think I'd be alive.
No?
It was crazy because, for a long time, I think everybody just lived for the party and the day and the night. And there weren't, we felt like there were no consequences.
Right. Kind of that rock star
and
lifestyle.
then as we get older, you start to feel the hangovers, and you start to feel the aches and pains, and either you kind of come to that fork in the road. So
right.
For us, it was just like, okay, we got to kind of be healthy if we want to sustain this career, and we're all fathers, we all have families. So I was like, I don't want my kids to remember me as like some belligerent
drunk guy
that I used to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be remembered as that. I want to be remembered as someone that contributed something, a small corner of the music world to,
definitely.
And the fans have been super supportive through the years. So
kept you alive after all these years, keeping rocking, man.
I'm telling you, it's a give and take, and it's a relationship that we value and highly value.
Hence why I'm sitting here, even, There you go. But obviously you just mentioned the fatherhood, and, congrats on being a father. Just born last year, D'Angelo Shaffer.
Yeah.
How do you balance being a father and touring as well?
Man, it's hard.
Yeah.
You have good days and you have bad days. And then you try to get home if it makes sense. If you can have a couple of days at home.
Yeah.
And if you can have a week, well, then that feels like a vacation.
Right.
In between tours. So it's hard, but we do what we love. And there's the give and take again, and there's that yin and yang of life.
Right.
You have to kind of sacrifice something to get something that you want. You got to work hard to maintain it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it can't be any better feeling than being a father, bringing someone into life, and then, just reaping the benefits of that in a way.
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole different.
I have yet to
that's
have
a whole
kid,
different
mind you.
success.
Right.
I mean, having a family and keeping that tuned
Yeah, for sure. Well, obviously the biggest news in the band, especially since a couple years, last year, whatever you want to call it, is obviously Brian Welch coming back into the group. How does it feel to kind of have him back in Korn? How's it all mixing and everything?
Man, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, from the day he came back, it was, you know, we had the reunion sort of show, and he came on stage at the Carolina Rebellion.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that now.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it's just been, it was sort of like baby steps, you know. Let's just see how it goes. I hadn't seen him in a long time. I know he'd been through a spiritual journey, which was, you know, really great, actually, because
his book was pretty good about it, too.
Yeah, he was in a bad place, so.
Right.
So he, it's been really enlightening having him around, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's brought a lot of fun times back to the band.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can dig that, man. Well, Head and Fieldy have both released books. Have you ever thought about bringing out your own book yourself?
Yeah, I have actually thought about it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ever maybe a time, date, schedule, or anything like that?
I don't know. First I have to start kind of outlining it, but yeah, the thoughts are in my head, and it's just kind of need to
maybe someday.
get it on paper, but it'll happen. Yeah.
For sure. And there's a lot of rock autobiographies, and you can guarantee I'll read it, man. Cool. I've read, of course, Heads and Fieldy.
There you go. One sale.
One sale. We're good to go. Well, obviously the latest album, The Paradigm Shift, is hitting shelves right now. And Jonathan Davis said that it's the Korn album, probably the best Korn album that you guys have done in years. How do you kind of feel about that?
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
I feel like because of what him and I did on the last On the Path of Totality record, we broke so much ground with what people consider a metal band or a rock band. And
right.
Just we've always done that. I'm telling you, from when we first started this band, we wanted to mix hip hop with rock. You know, it wasn't anything new, but we kind of took it more like we want to mix metal with gangster rap, and that's what we did.
Right.
And so we were always trying to push the envelope as far as mixing different genres of music, and that's kind of what we did on the last record. So in this new record, it feels like all of our, you know, experimentation, I guess, if you will, from the last couple of records, kind of came all together with Brian being back and writing the electronics and melding those two worlds together in a way that was compromising for everybody's taste.
Yeah. And you guys have definitely had diverse sounds way over the years, like you said, starting off with the gangster rap mixed with metal. Now you've got dubstep mixed with electronic mix. It's just a nice little diverse sound. That's something that's always kind of been cool about you guys, that you never afraid to try something new.
Yeah, I mean, with each record, I think, you know, it's a chance for artists to really go out on a limb and reinvent themselves. And whether or not they're able to do that or feel, you know, step out of their comfort zone, because it can be scary, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And it can be scary because there's a gamble. Your career's at risk.
Yeah.
You know,
it could be good, could be bad.
Yeah. So you have to. I mean, like when we did the Path of Totality, it was like, this is our 11th album.
Yeah.
Or 10th album. So, you know, let's roll the dice and do something that's really going to make people either have an opinion whether they like it or they hate it. At least they listened and they said, well, I like it or I hate it.
Yeah.
And they weren't just, you know, it just sounds like Korn.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the first time I heard it, I'm like, wow, dubstep mixed with Korn. And I'm like, you know, I don't think there's really any other band that could do this. And it mixed so well. I'm just like,
there's
awesome.
Some tracks, you know, a little far left field, but some tracks hit it
They just hit it right on.
Yeah, right
Get
on
Up, I can't get enough of
Get Up, man. That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
And that's another song that, you know, when we started to do the tour rehearsals, you know, it was kind of like, okay, because there's some big songs that we had without, when Brian wasn't in the band, we recorded, and that was one of them. We're like, hey, do you think it's cool if you play Get Up? He's like, oh, I was hoping you guys would ask, and, you know.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So you kind of mixed right in, right?
Yeah, so that, and also, you know, like Coming Undone, that was a song we did without him, and we play that every night. It's a crowd favorite. And,
well, I can't go wrong with that.
I love that. With both of our guitars on, I'm just ripping through it. It's great.
Sweet, man. Well, obviously you got the tour, finish up the tour eventually here with Night of the Dreads. Are you going to do any other tours promoting the Paradigm Shift or anything? Soon?
2014 is booked.
The year of Korn.
Man, I'm telling you, I don't even want to look at the tour schedule because it's basically from February to I don't even know.
Yeah, just whenever we feel like stopping.
I can't even tell you, but there's been tours confirmed and shows all over the world.
Oh man!
So
you guys are flying everywhere.
I mean, it's like Mexico. Well, before we even go back home, you know, because we're not going home for Thanksgiving.
Oh, bummer, man.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, well, you're here with family, though, right?
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
There you go. Yeah.
Our family away from our family.
Yeah. You can have some turkey at least.
I don't know. I think somebody's planning something.
All right, cool.
But yeah, we go to Paraguay and we go to Santiago, and then we fly back to Houston, do a show there, and then we go home. So yeah, that's all. That's at the end of this tour. So.
And there's no slowing down for you anytime soon in that case.
Yeah, well, Christmas.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Christmas, we got a little time off. So.
Right. Yeah. Get a breather.
We're working on. During Christmas, I think the month of December, we'll put out another video and a single, release a single very very soon.
Do you know which one?
Yeah.
Can you say it?
I don't know.
Okay. But
we're just sound checking it.
Oh.
But I don't
okay,
know.
all right, I got you. I won't let it go.
It's not 100%, but yeah, we were just trying to run through it and see what it's going to be like. So.
Sweet, man.
Yeah. So,
I'm looking forward to that. I think a lot of people are going to look forward to that too at the same time. So.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything you want the Korn fans to know? Anything coming up soon besides obviously a new video and single?
Yeah, we got a video, single, and thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for supporting us for so long.
A perfect time for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that. Well, Munky Man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything you guys have been doing for the past, how many years?
20.
20, good God. Again, not trying to make you feel old, dude. And be
It's
sure
all
to
good.
pick up their new album, The Paradigm Shift, right now. If you don't, there's something wrong with you, seriously. And check out the Night of the Living Dreads tour while you're out, too. And obviously, they got some tours booked up for next year, so get tickets to that. Support the band. Make sure those guys are lasting forever. So, again, thank you again.
Cool.
I love shaking
Thanks,
your hand,
man.
by the way. And this is Metalhead Ned and...
Munky from Korn.
And this is Grand Rapids Rock Alternative 97.9 GRD.